Ride or die, holla back. Rough Riders, you know. Rough Riders, you know. And that's how it all started, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm still here, a little bit gray, a little bit wiser, but still fly nonetheless. Let's get it. Four Seal Collective in the building.
All right, tell me, Supreme.
Yes.
Tell me how you came about with this song. What happened?
Oh man, real chill story. Okay. I was working with an artist at the time, my buddy Vi. Shout out to AKA Beautiful. That's my man. Mm-hmm. He the one that took my career to the next level.
Ryders Entertainment.
Yes, sir. And so I was working on a single for him, and we were just in the studio messing around. And some of my Rough Rider family, because I was prospecting at the time, we used to kick it in my crib in the studio, hanging, and I had a full-fledged studio. And so one of them nights, while I was doing the stuff for Vi, I needed another record, and so I was tinkering around, and I literally didn't even have drums. So what you're hearing is really just a melody. Mm-hmm. That's what started out. I was just hitting the keys, and I was in the frame, because Swiss Beats and Premiere and some of those different type of producers are some of my favorites. And so since I knew it was going to be a Rough Rider type of thing, I wanted it to have that synthesizer feel. So I was just playing with the synthesizer, and I just came up with the and it was like a key here, a key there, and I'm like, oh snap. So I had really, and then once I had that in play, I had already started writing, coming up with different ideas, because I knew I wanted it to sell to the Rough Riders, or to be that, that type of record. And when I got going, it started like making itself. I didn't really have to put a lot of work into it. And so I'm hitting the keys, and like I said, I didn't even have drums. And what was happening at that time, you had Ludacris and Jeezy and some of those type of artists. So those down south drums were really prevalent at the time. So I didn't want to really do an East Coast feel. The record had an East Coast tempo, but I wanted the drums to have a down south so I could marry these two styles together.
I like that.
And so it was from a production point at right then, and I felt it. And then once I started bringing the drums and stuff in, and it was crazy because I presented the record to my boy Vi. He was like, oh, that's cool. So he didn't want it. And so I was like, oh, that's even better. So I started writing my verses and everything, and I brought my little brother in, Tic Tac, because I had got stuck on one line, and I was trying to figure out, well, how I'm gonna come off of this one line. And I brought Tic Tac in, and he was like, Joe, you stressing over one line, just spit it. And he brought it out of me, and it just flowed from there. And that was the tape looking like Blues Clues. Okay. Because that's some stuff that Tic Tac would say. So it was crazy at the time, but it fit to what I was trying to do.
Right.
And the president of the chapter at the time, his bike had Merlin the Magician, and it was blue. So everything was about Chicago, but it also incorporated the rest of the Rough Riders worldwide. So it was, it was hot. And then I had, Fantasy and Al and my cousin Gianni. When I presented it, it was just like, whoa. And then I started bringing other Rough Riders in the part where we was like, Rough Riders, Rough. That's other Rough Rider members at the time. Okay. And I brought them into the studio like, okay, we over here drinking and partying, but I'm gonna put y'all to work. Mm-hmm. So it was a family, and it was a collective effort overall, and it's lasted. And I wish at that time, we could have really pushed it more, but we didn't have the capital to really go hard, and plus I was still a prospect. Right. So I had to, still fall in line. But why and everybody, Walt at the time, even Randall, shout out to my buddy Randall, E-Money. At the time when we presented the record, they loved it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I like it. And it was crazy. So the feedback and just where I am now.
What was hilarious is when we went to that club on the north side.
Oh, on the north side.
Where was that club at?
That was on Lake Street, the one when DMX showed up.
When DMX showed up.
Oh my God.
So I went to the DJ and I said, we got a Rough Rider event. We got DMX in the booth. We want to play this Rough Rider song. And he was like, this Rough Rider song. I said, can you play it from my phone? Because I had all his music.
We got to say shout out to Rock 2. Our girl Raquel, Lady Rock, she pushed the envelope.
Well, you know what we're gonna do in Rough Rider Radio? We're gonna revive this song.
There we go.
And you know what I'm gonna do? I think if you don't mind, Maybe I'm gonna put this on camera so I get
We
you
family.
saying yeah.
Why would I mind? We
I'm gonna
family.
use
We go
this.
way
I'm gonna
back.
use this as one of like the theme songs of one of my
No
shows.
doubt, no
so we have
doubt.
we'll maybe do it on a
Yeah,
Friday,
get
like
some
later.
traction and maybe give me an old people check. You know what I'm saying? So you already know we still here.
Wow, that's close up.
And
That's
I
close
got
up.
love for my Murder Mooks and my Cassidy's. Y'all know we still fam, so you know what it is. Cause them dudes, whenever they come to town or whenever I'm around them,
Yeah.
they treat me with nothing but love.
That's
Drag
love.
on and still my man to this day.
There you
like,
go.
it's always been amazing the journey. And shout out to Jab G and my boy Big Man, because a lot of stuff that we've done, we've all done it as a family. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
of
saying?
course.
The cats have stayed with me through the thick and the thin. And then shout out to my team, Four Seal Collective, my buddy Manny, Al Manny.
Manny!
Of course. Like,
Manny's got this
him
like
and
bright light
Fantasy,
above his
them
head.
my rocks right there.
I
like,
love Manny. Manny's
yeah.
my new best.
Yeah,
my new bestie.
He does it. He does it. and all the people that be mad at him, don't be mad at him. That's my guy. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, we got
so
you.
yeah, Manny, he puts it together. So
I love
give him
Manny.
some love. That's what I'm talking
Go
about.
Manny.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Well, thank you, Supreme. You know, I come to Chicago. I had to.
I
First
know.
person that
And
name
I
came out of my
I
mouth
wasn't even
was
planning
you.
on talking.
I know you weren't. I know you weren't.
But you drug it out.
But you know what? The first, literally, we were putting this together, and I talked to Fantasy. The first person's name came out of my mouth was you.
Nah, that's
so
what's up.
I gotta
Hey,
come
and
to Chicago.
now,
I gotta
keep in
see you.
mind, Now she being nice to me right now, y'all. But after I give a couple of shots of Wild Irish Rose, she might not like me no more.
Oh,
that's what I'm
shit.
talking about.
He
Let's
putting
keep it
all
brief.
Fantasy's business out there.
Rough Riders all day.
All right. Well, thank you, Supreme, for coming through. You know we love you. You're fam all the way through. So you come to New York, you make sure you come by the
I
studio
love y'all.
and check
Oh,
us out.
yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate
what
you.
it is.
Boom.